Welcome, anime lovers. Welcome to your very own channel, Plot Point Realm. Today, we are going to watch Demon Slayer's most emotional, action-packed, and legendary movie, the Mugen Train Arc. This is the exact same story where Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke go on a mission with the flame Hashira Rengoku for the first time. But they have absolutely no idea that this mission will change their lives forever. People were disappearing mysteriously on this train. Many demon slayers had already been killed. And this time, standing in front of them was a highly dangerous demon of the 12 Kazuki. But friends, there is not just action in this movie. Here we get to see friendship, sacrifice, dreams, and heartbreak. All of it. So without any delay, let's begin the full story of Demon Slayer Mugen Train. The story begins with Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, who had reached such a massive railway station for the first time. The entire station was filled with people. All around, there was smoke, the sound of machines, and large iron trains were visible. But for Inosuke, all of this was completely new. He sees the train and starts shouting, "This is some monster! It will eat people up!" And the very next moment, he goes right in front of the train and starts challenging it. Zenitsu tries to stop him. He says, "Are you crazy or what? This is a train." But Inosuke feels that this is some giant beast which it is his job to defeat. On the other hand, Tanjiro was shocked seeing such modern things for the first time. He starts remembering his village. Just then, the train starts moving and the three of them somehow climb inside it. But they did not know. This journey was going to become the most dangerous mission of their lives. After a while, the eyes of the three land on a man who was continuously eating food. He had long yellow-red hair. Absolute confidence was clearly visible in his eyes. After every single bite, he was speaking only one word, "Umai." Tanjiro instantly understands that this is the flame Hashira Rengoku. The three go near him and give their introduction. Rengoku welcomes them with great excitement. Seeing the opportunity, Tanjiro asks him about his father's Hinokami Kagura dance technique, but Rengoku says that he has never heard about it. However, he explains that the beginning of all breathing styles happened from some original styles: flame, water, wind, thunder, and stone breathing. Then he asks the color of Tanjiro's sword. When Tanjiro says that his sword is black, then Rengoku laughs a little. He says, "Those with a black blade are very rare, and I have not seen any black blade user become a Hashira to this day." Hearing this, Tanjiro gets a little nervous, but Rengoku immediately places his hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't worry, I will train you." Hearing this, the three get very excited. On the other side, Zenitsu was still scared. He was feeling that his death is certain in this mission, and just then, suddenly a strange silence spreads inside the entire train. A little later, the ticket checker comes and punches everyone's tickets. But just a little while after he leaves, a demon suddenly manifests inside the train. He was just about to attack the passengers when right then Rengoku pulls out his sword. Flame breathing, first form. And the very next moment, the entire carriage lights up like fire. In just a single attack, Rengoku cuts off that demon's head. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke become completely shocked. But before they can understand anything, a second demon attacks from behind. Rengoku moves toward him with lightning speed and finishes him off as well. The three had now become complete fans of Rengoku. Inosuke even starts shouting in excitement, "I will also become strong like this." But they did not know that the real danger had not even begun yet. On the other side of the train, that same ticket checker goes into a dark carriage. A creepy demon was sitting there, whose name was Enmu. He was the lower rank 1 Kazuki. The symbol of the 12 Kazuki was shining in his eyes. The ticket checker says to him, "I have done your work, now show me my dreams." Enmu smiles. Actually, his blood demon art could send people into a deep sleep and show them such dreams from which they would never want to come out. There were some children with him as well, who wanted to run away from their sorrowful lives. Enmu promises them that if they destroy the souls of the demon slayers, Then he will keep them in happy dreams forever. And then, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Rengoku all go into a deep sleep. Tanjiro opens his eyes in his old home. His entire family was alive. His brothers and sisters were laughing. His mother was cooking food. Everything was exactly like before. Tanjiro starts crying out of joy. He starts feeling that perhaps the world with demons was just a nightmare. He starts spending time with his family, but somewhere in his heart, there was a strange feeling. He was repeatedly feeling like something is wrong. On the other side, Zenitsu was dreaming that he is living a peaceful life with Nezuko. Inosuke was considering himself a king in his dream, and Rengoku was with his younger brother and family. But at that very time, those children had entered the subconscious world of the Demon Slayers. Their job was to destroy their spiritual core. If they did that, then the Demon Slayers would never be able to wake up. Over in reality, Nezuko's sleep breaks. She comes out of the box and tries to wake Tanjiro up, but there is no effect. Nezuko, in anger, hits her head against Tanjiro's head. Blood comes out from his forehead, and then she uses her blood demon art. Her flames begin to burn Tanjiro's dream. Suddenly Tanjiro understands that all of this is a dream. His family tries to stop him. But Tanjiro says while crying, "I wish all of this were real." He looks at his family for the last time and runs out of the dream world. Coming back to reality, Tanjiro instantly understands that this was Enmu's trap. He tries to wake everyone else up, but nobody wakes up. Just then, Enmu comes forward and tries to send Tanjiro into sleep again. But Tanjiro repeatedly starts cutting his own neck to wake himself up. Every time it was becoming difficult for him to differentiate between the dream and reality. This scene was the most disturbing moment of the entire movie. Finally, Tanjiro attacks toward Enmu and cuts off his head. But the very next moment, the entire train begins to shake. Because Enmu had merged his entire body with the train. Now the entire train had become a demon. Flesh and eyes begin to spread inside the entire train. Passengers start screaming. Enmu's plan was to eat all the humans sitting in the train. Just then, Inosuke's sleep breaks and he reaches the roof of the train. He shouts excitedly, "I already said that this is a monster!" Tanjiro and Inosuke set out together to search for the demon's neck. On the other hand, Rengoku gets busy saving the rest of the passengers. Zenitsu and Nezuko were also protecting people in different carriages. Chaos had spread everywhere. Tanjiro and Inosuke finally reached the engine room. Enmu's real neck was right there, but Enmu was continuously confusing Tanjiro by showing him dreams. A moment comes when Tanjiro is almost about to cut his neck in reality, but Inosuke stops him. Both attack together with full power. Water breathing, beast breathing, and finally Enmu's head gets cut off. The entire train derails, but Rengoku uses his full strength and saves all the passengers. Everyone was feeling that the mission is over now, but the real nightmare was still left. Suddenly, a man appears in the darkness of the night. Upper rank 3 was written in his eyes. He was Akaza. His presence was so dangerous that Tanjiro's body begins to shiver. Akaza directly attacks Rengoku, but Rengoku instantly cuts his hand. The very next moment, Akaza's hand regenerates. Now everyone understands that this is no ordinary demon. Akaza gives an offer to Rengoku. You become a demon. You are very strong. But Rengoku flatly refuses. And then begins the most legendary fight of the entire movie. Both were fighting so fast that Tanjiro and the rest of the people were not even able to see their movements. The ground was breaking with every clash. Rengoku uses the forms of his flame breathing. The entire battlefield was shining like fire. But Akaza's regeneration power was terrifying. There was no effect on his body. He repeatedly says to Rengoku, "Humans are weak, become a demon." But Rengoku replies, "The mortality of humans is what makes them special." This line was one of the most powerful dialogues of the entire movie. The fight keeps becoming even more brutal. Akaza finally drives his punch straight through Rengoku's body. Tanjiro freezes in shock, but Rengoku does not give up. He holds Akaza's hand so that he cannot run away. On the other side, The sun was about to rise. Akaza begins to panic. He wanted to run away in any way possible. But Rengoku keeps him stopped with his last bit of strength. Finally, Akaza cuts his own hand and runs away from there. Tanjiro starts shouting in anger and pain. "Why are you running away? Come back!" But Akaza escapes from the sun and disappears into the darkness. Now Rengoku's condition was very bad. He was slowly dying. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke run toward him. Rengoku says smilingly, "Don't cry. You all will become strong." He tells Tanjiro to go to his house so that he can get information about the Hinokami Kagura. Then he gives messages for his younger brother and father. There was absolutely no fear in his eyes. He says proudly, "I fulfilled my duty." And just then, he sees his mother. His mother says smilingly, "I am proud of you." Hearing this, Rengoku smiles. And the very next moment, his breaths stop. The entire scene was so emotional that Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke start crying. This was one of the most heartbreaking moments of Demon Slayer. Morning had arrived. The train mission was over. All passengers were saved. But its price was very big. Rengoku's death had changed Tanjiro from inside. Now he had only one goal to finish Muzan and all demons. And with this, the Mugen Train movie ends. But friends, this was just the beginning. Now ahead, the world of Demon Slayer was going to become even more dangerous. If you liked this recap, then definitely like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel Plot Point Realm. We meet in the next blockbuster recap. Until then,